What is up, everyone? Welcome to this episode of Over the Top Rope. I have one of my favorite North Carolina independent wrestlers here, local to me, and I was instructed by my wife to tell you that you're actually her favorite here. We've had the pleasure of seeing you at Firestar a lot and American Lucha Wrestling, and you are her favorite wrestler. And your name being Morgan Dash and her first name being Morgan, there's a little bit of connection there. How are you doing tonight,
I'm doing good. Pretty sore.
man? you you and Dalton Grant, you guys had a banger. Was it last Saturday or the Saturday before?
Yeah. Yep. Last Saturday.
And you got a lot of stuff. Or you've been a part of a lot of stuff at Firestar. Talk about your experience at Firestar as far as training and being in the on the cards.
Um. Well, to be honest, the training it's is super good for somebody that really wants to get into pro wrestling because Kozon really knows his stuff, and I'd say he's probably one of the best trainers in North Carolina. So I give a lot of credit to him for how good I feel about my in ring performance. So, and then the card thing, it's pretty fun. So, can't wait for February 27th, or my bad, March 27th, Star Power Show. So,
Yeah, yeah, I know. We started. We had been going to the ALW a lot when they had the here in Burlington, and then they had some renovations they had to make, and then we found out about Firestar, and we this past Sunday was the first Firestar show we've missed in probably like 3 or 4 months, probably.
oh, well,
What?
dang,
Yeah, yeah, and I was talking to TDT, and apparently this past Sunday was an absolutely insane show too.
oh yeah, it
What
was
is
pretty
it?
good.
Yeah, what is it? What is it like coming out to the music to which is so one of my favorite songs at at Firestar. Your interest music is Aerials by System of a Down. How'd you come up with that one?
Uh, I guess since just the style of the music, it fits like what I like, and I guess kind of my character, and just the name of the song fits like the type of stuff I do in ring. So I was like, let's give this one a try. So, and I think it worked out pretty good.
Yeah, I would agree with you 100%. I was going to say, I get hyped to it, 'cause, uh, yeah, pretty much everybody knows, Chop Suey from System of a Down, but when you get into like Aerials and Prison, not too many people know about that one.
Yeah, I was just looking around for some songs and it popped up. I was like, that it looks good, so let's just try it, and I loved it, so that's what I went with.
Yeah, and I think when you said that it kind of fit you and what you do, I think you hit the nail on the head with that one because, um, anybody that's seen you in person and everything, you do have a little bit of a size disadvantage, but man, you make up for it, and your tenacity and your resilience, and you just like you're all over the place in the ring.
Yeah, kind of have to be. I mean, everybody being bigger, speed really does come into a big part of being in the match with somebody bigger. So,
Do you you've done some tag team stuff. I was there when you tagged with J.R. Miller, who I'm a big fan of as well. Do you have I guess, a preference whether you're doing singles or tag, or it doesn't matter to you at all?
honestly, it doesn't matter, but I'd personally prefer singles matches because tag team matches are a ton of work.
Yeah,
So, I prefer singles.
yeah, because in a tag match, you're essentially trying to protect your partner, and then two other people, because one
Yeah.
tag team's done right, everybody's in there all at once at some point during the match. So you've got more people, to kind of protect and keep up with.
Yeah. It's rough.
In that match, you were on the actual, you were on the top turnbuckle, and J.R. Miller actually threw you into, I can't remember his name. It was one of the guys from Culture Inc. And
Malik.
was that like a spot you guys wanted to do, or you just kind of talked about it?
Yeah, we kind of talked about it though. They were like, "Yeah, let's do it." So we went with that. Something quick, easy that fits the size with me and JR. So
Yeah, it was so fun to watch too, because it's like, damn, he just threw that dude into another dude.
yeah,
And I had a video of it, and I posted it as a reel on Instagram, and it got, I think it's got 300-400 views if I'm not mistaken, or something like that, and like 14 or 15 likes.
Ooh, reels do really good on Instagram, I will say.
Yeah, I was gonna say I've noticed you post quite a few, and uh, the editing or whatever is super good, because I suck at editing anything.
Yeah, editing's pretty hard, but I do my best.
Yeah, because there was one you had just posted, and you were, I can't remember. I think I want to say you were doing like a I can't remember what it was, but like as soon as you hit the guy and you both hit the mat, the music started or the sound started or whatever, and it just worked so well together. And the timing was perfect. I'm just like, damn, I might need to pay Morgan to edit my stuff. Is that is that something you could pick up after wrestling? Maybe some video editing.
I mean, I think so, cause once I can start making a decent amount of money, I can start paying for the software to do it with my PC rather than my phone. It'll be a lot easier, cause I'm really low on my phone space all the time. So it would it would be pretty good.
I imagine you have like tons of videos of like yourself in your matches, tons of pictures of yourself in matches on your phone.
Yeah, that's mostly what takes up my space, the videos and pictures from wrestling.
Is there is there a match that you've had thus far that has been your favorite match that you've been a part of?
Um, let's see. I've had quite a few here recently, so I would say probably I'll give you two because
Yeah.
they they were just amazing. So back in August, I wrestled Jackson Drake for my nephew's show, BWA Wrestling.
Hmm.
Um, we went like a 30-minute match or so. Ended up being ref stoppage, and then me versus Malachi in October for the same promotion at our Horfest Supercard that we had. Time ended up running out on that one. He almost beat me.
So a time limit draw.
Yeah, it was a draw.
Wow. Yeah, those, haven't seen Jackson quite a bit and Malachi quite a bit, and haven't obviously seen you quite a bit. Those are two matches that I know I, for one, if I would have known about them, I would have paid a lot of money to see those.
Yeah,
It,
it was worth it. It was worth getting my ass beat a little bit. So,
maybe waking up the next morning with some body parts not working like they should.
ooh, yeah, it was still worth it though.
Because uh, some fans may not pay attention to it. Some of them do, but there's some matches where you can just tell one wrestler is like trying to slow the other one down. One wants to move 100 miles an hour, And you three, all three of you love to just go 100 miles an hour in the match. So I can
Yeah.
imagine.
I'll actually send you the links to those two matches after we're done on here
Definitely.
because they're worth the time to watch.
Yeah,
So
those are two matches I'll just watch while I'm at work tomorrow because I'm not going to do anything while I'm at work. So might as well watch some wrestling in the process.
yeah, something to kill the time.
Definitely. Yeah, especially you versus Malachi, you versus Jackson, man. It, yeah, I would love to see that in person, definitely.
Yeah, I'm waiting for each of our round twos actually. We were scheduled this Saturday, me and Malachi were supposed to have a rematch
Hmm.
for the television championship, but he's booked down in Jacksonville with DPW, so we're gonna have to reschedule that till I think April. I think it is.
Definitely. Yeah, that's good to know you guys have got a rematch, though, because then I won't have so much FOMO, fear of missing out.
Yeah.
And speaking of watching wrestling, did you watch wrestling on TV at all, or do you try to stay away from it?
Growing up, I a lot of Hardy Boy stuff, some AJ Styles, and then now that I'm a little bit older, it went to like old Ring of Honor, mostly CM Punk
Hmm.
and like Bryan Danielson back in Ring of Honor, and Will Ospreay. Personally one of my favorites. So those are mostly why I got into wrestling.
Yeah, that was definitely going to be my next question, and you just kind of answered it there. Was if you had a favorite wrestler or one that you looked up to their style or you looked up to them?
Yeah, definitely Jeff Hardy and Will Ospreay, 100%.
Yeah, obviously the Hardy Boys are from NC, so like growing up
Yeah,
living, see the Hardy Boys are like as big as it gets when it comes to wrestling.
yeah, true.
Have you ever seen them in person anywhere?
Yeah, actually, in it was I think 2017 in the Greensboro Coliseum. I think it's I'm not sure if it was a pay-per-view, but I think they won the tag team titles against like two other tag teams or three other. So that was pretty fun to watch.
Yeah, definitely. Because I mean, just some of the most iconic like tag team matches, the Hardy Boys have been a part of all of them.
Yeah, especially the ladder matches.
Exactly. Like you can't think of ladders and tag team without making that correlation of the Hardy Boys being in the middle of all of it.
Yeah.
Is being signed to a promotion something you think about, or you just kind of take it as it comes?
Uh, I guess you could say a little bit of both because I mean personally, my goal used to be WWE, but now I'm leaning more towards AEW, but obviously I'm only 16 right now. Even though like Nick Wayne just got signed and all that,
Yeah.
I got a little bit more confidence, but I'm gonna just take my time getting there. And now that Tony Khan owns Ring of Honor, I'm like maybe they'll bring back Ring of Honor and I could eventually make it up to that level. So it's kind of what I'm aiming at right now.
Yeah, I think that's a good way to look at it because I think so many, it just in any sport, really, so many people get ahead of themselves and, they think that they have to go like right out of college pro or they only have to spend 1 year in college to go pro or something like that. But I think, just kind of working on your craft and honing your craft and then, putting your nose down when the time comes right. I think that's a really good way to go about it. Of course, I don't know shit about wrestling. I'm just a wrestling fan, but with anything, if you put the work and the time into it, all good things come. So,
Yeah.
is there is there a wrestler around here that like you really just want to wrestle them, you really want to get in the ring with them? Like if you could kind of call them out, but not really call them out, you know what I'm saying?
Let me hold on. Let me think. Let's see. North Carolina. Honestly, I feel like Diego Hill is somebody that I would love to get my ones with
Hmm.
for sure.
Yeah, Diego,
Or Andrew Everett. One of them.
the 7 foot monster. Yeah,
Yep.
absolutely.
Mhm.
And he's been known to make the card of some Fire Star, so you never know.
Yeah.
Yeah, but because I think it was Halloween. Him and Lee Johnson wrestled at Firestar.
Yeah, he was also in the Firestar Rumble. He was at Wrestle Revival. He also wrestled Malachi too, actually, at a Superfire show.
Yeah, so with him showing up at Firestar so much, and you already being there, maybe some things could get worked out.
Yeah.
It's like like I have no doubt that you would beat Andrew, but do you think you could beat Andrew?
I mean, I feel like it would be a war to me, but like I think so, maybe.
Yeah, I think you could. I think his size might kind of hindrance him a little bit, while yours would put you over the top and put you as the favorite.
Yeah.
Like just kind of piggybacking off of wrestlers you'd like to wrestle and everything. And I know we talked about you getting signed. Is I guess like some of the bigger promotions on your radar too, like like Limitless or GCW or something like that.
I mean, yeah, I'm like 1,000% down for it whenever that time comes. So yeah.
It the day you get the call for GCW, is that gonna be like a pretty big day for you?
Oh yeah, it will be. GCW is pretty big right now, so yeah.
Yeah, they've got a lot of stuff going on with Nick Gage and all that. So,
Yeah.
and with just that brings up another question with Nick Gage being the deathmatch king and all that. Is are you are you aiming to be a part of any death matches? Or are you going to kind of stay away from that?
Oh, I mean, honestly, I'm trying to stay away from it. I've done one in the past. It wasn't nothing too crazy,
Hmm.
but I did do one, and it took a lot out of me. So I would rather do a dog collar match than a death match. So yeah, I mean, but maybe one day.
Yeah, yeah. If the time is right, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Would you would you wrestle Andrew Everett in a dog collar match?
Oh yeah, for sure, for sure.
Yeah, because I plan on like taking that clip of that and just sending it to him and being like, "Man, what's up? We gonna make this happen or not?" No, no, I don't really put people out there like that, But I think that would be some like unprecedented stuff, and you and him at Firestar in a dog collar match. I think that would draw
That would be insane.
a lot.
That'd be insane.
And there's I deathmatch. I've seen them. There was one Saturday night at the Hog Mania with Tyler X and JW Dalton, and I don't mind them, but some of these promotions that every single match is a death match, I can't get into that. Like one is fine, but like
Yeah,
three or
me
four, like
neither. Yeah, understandable. I'd say like if it's gonna be a death match, it should be like probably the main event, like Chris Jericho, Nick Gage, for example. That's a main event type match.
yeah, that Jericho and Gage match was wild. He was like digging into his forehead with like fluorescent light tubes and stuff, and I was like,
Yeah.
Wow. I don't know how they do it. I just don't know how they do it.
Just like why?
Yeah. And, me and Tyler were talking, and he was like, man, he's like, I might have to take some time off. I've done a lot of stupid shit here lately. And I'm like, you've done like 80 death matches in
Yeah.
a month. Not literally, but like, come on.
Right.
And I mean, like with you being so young and you still having to like basically save your body so in 5, 10, 15 years you can still be doing it. I can imagine like death matches like, nah, not really, like you said.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, I just recently got over the fear to do dives, actually, because
Really?
the night I wrestled Oliver Sawyer and Kason Kane in a triple threat, that was
Hmm.
the first night I've ever done a tope con hilo. So I was kind of like, I'm gonna just send it, and I did that. So
Well, you
kind of
sold it
scared.
really well because I had no idea that was the first one or that you were not necessarily, in the mindset of trying something like that before. Because
Yeah.
that match, man, I was so mad. I was so mad the back alley came and just, ruined that match is what they did because you guys were having an absolute banger. You were in the middle of telling a story, and Kason's, I guess that's his brother, was off to the side hollering, and it was just like a really good match. You guys were telling a story, you were hitting all the moves, and then here comes the back alley and just murders you guys.
Right. I actually took a hard back bump on the ramp side when they came in and pushed me off the apron. I tried to catch myself. I just back bumped on the ground. I was like, oh.
You did one of those things you felt the next day.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. I felt it for the whole night till the next day. So
Yeah, and I mean somebody's got to do something about those guys because they're reckless and they're annoying.
for sure.
Is there any plans with them in the future to maybe let them know what's up and straighten them out?
I mean, maybe they want some more smoke. I mean, sure, but right now I'm trying to stay chill. I'm gonna let the official people handle it. So
I think that's a good chance to take, and I'm sure it was noted that they ruined a perfectly good match. I was mad they ruined it. I can't say that because you guys were in there giving it everything, and my wife has a
oh
picture
yeah.
of Oliver right in front of us, and he just looks dead. That that's gonna do it for this episode. Morgan Dash, I really appreciate you taking the time to chat with me and to kind of give your view on things and tell your story and tell all the people where they can find you at on social media so they can keep up with you if they want to find you at an event.
Um, my Instagram is Morgan underscore dash underscore O 05. So if you want to keep up with me, follow me on Instagram. I kind of frequently post my Twitter, so I don't remember my Twitter, so I forget it exists.
Yeah, no, you're good. I know a lot of independent wrestlers really don't use Twitter that much because they don't want to be a mark or anything. So, yeah, and I know you've got a good following on Instagram too. So everybody that wants to find you, wants to keep up with you, can check out your Instagram. And what shows do you have coming up?
Um, this Saturday at 5 o'clock, Summer Road Church of God in Eden, North Carolina. Uh, got show for BWA.
Hmm.
Um, in a fatal four way to crown the new undisputed champion. And then March 25th and 26th, I'm in Tennessee with All Pro Wrestling. And March 27th, Star Power for Firestar.
Awesome. So you got like a pretty decent ground covering. So if the people seeing this maybe in Tennessee or in North Carolina or kind of close to either state, they can definitely come check you out. Then,
Yeah,
like I said, I really appreciate you taking the time, man. I really appreciate
no
everyone
problem, man.
that viewed this and that was in the live. I think we had about 8 to 10 people in here, so I really appreciate all you guys. And that's going to do it. We'll catch you on the next episode of Over the Top Rope.